Hi, in this video we are going to look at how to save objects in R to the disk and how to read an object saved to disk back into the workspace and use it in our code. This is required typically in production environment. The development and testing and training of models typically happen offline, maybe in the workstations or laptops, and then the model needs to be reused in a production kind of environment. So, it is imperative that we can actually build a model object and then save it to a file, and then we will bring it back. So let's begin with the example. For this, we are going to use decision tree. We will build a decision tree object and then save it to file. So we are going to use C50 package, which is a decision tree implementation in R, and the dataset that we are going to use is the churn dataset. The churn dataset is for the telecom domain, where we predict whether the subscriber is going to churn or not. So if we look at dataset with view, so the dataset has two data frames, churn train and test. Train obviously for training the model and test to test the model efficacy on the test set or unseen dataset. So, in the churn frame, we have a bunch of attributes, 19 features and one target level. The target level tells the customer has churned or not. So, no means that the customer or subscriber is active, and yes means that the subscriber has churned, unsubscribed. And each of the column has an attribute about that particular subscriber. The state means the state the subscriber belongs to. The account underscore length denotes how long has the subscriber been in the system or been a subscriber in months. Then the area code of the particular subscriber. Whether the subscriber has an international plan or generally voicemail, whether he has voicemail or not. And then we have a bunch of usage metrics which are like number of voicemail messages, total day minutes, total day calls, similarly total day charges, total evening calls and charges and so on. And we also have the number of customer service calls that the subscriber has made and if he has made international calls or not. So using this dataset, we are going to build a model. So we have this tree model. This is a tree model that we have built and saved into this object called tree model. This object needs to be saved to the file. So to save a model to file in R, we use the function called save, which takes as the first argument the object and the second argument the file name. So I have saved the object into a file called treemodel.obj object, and then I will execute this function. So now the object has been saved to the file. Now I just clear the session, clear the workspace. So now the workspace doesn't have the tree model because it has been cleared out, and then we try to use the predict function in the model and do the prediction in future. So if we call data churn, we get the data frames back into the workspace. But this execution is going to fail because we have cleared off the workspace and we don't have the object tree model anymore. So to get it back, we will have to load the saved object from the disk, and to do that, we use the function called load in R. So to load, you pass the file name and then it loads the object back into the workspace, and now the tree model object is back into the workspace and it can be used. So if we execute this, we will get the data, and then now you can see that predict function has worked without any error, and we get the output confusion matrix. So in this video, we learned how to save model object to file and then read that file back into the workspace and reuse it.